The lazy man says, there's a lion in the street. I shall be slain by it. But the diligent rises up, takes the bull by the horn, forges ahead with the talent, and succeeds at last. Yes, this is the pillar's golden moment. And it's always an exciting moment when we come up with great guests to discuss issues about talent, development, and anything that will make us succeed in life. And today we are honored, so much privilege to have a wonderful, handsome, yes, she's handsome because what comes into her is more than what even men have. She's so brilliant, beautiful, wonderful woman, and she's here to talk on a simple but very deep topic. Support my talent. Support my talent. Are you supporting someone's talent? Is someone supporting your talent or rather destroying it? By the time we are done with Mrs. Elizabeth Appiah Manhyia, she is an accountant, an entrepreneur, blah, blah, blah. By the time we are done, you know she is indeed an embodiment of wisdom. And that is one of the reasons for the Pillar's Golden Moment. Welcome to this wonderful program. And please share to all your friends and tell them that we are about to have a golden moment. Yes, Mrs. Appiah Manhyia. Auntie Elizabeth, I think that's okay to be called by that. We are glad you are here. And today I know you're going to have an exciting time. Oh, you can move your... And please, let's keep on observing our protocols. Wash our hands and keep ourselves clean and healthy because we have to live long to fulfill our talents and vision. Beautiful. I mean, you're looking so bright today.
Thank you.
I like your space. I think we should exchange. All right. The topic, support my talents. When you hear, what comes into your mind? What do you really think about?
How I understand it is that, each and everyone has a talent.
Okay.
But to develop a talent, it comes to a point that you need a support.
Okay.
You have yours, I have mine, which might be different. But at a point, you might need my support, as well as I might also need your support for my talent to come out.
Okay.
So that's how I understand it. And each and every one, as I've said earlier, God created us in a way that we all have talent or skill, something that is in us. And you need to work on it. And also need somebody's support for you to exhibit that talent and for you to function well. So that is how I understand this.
Okay.
Support my talent.
So what is your talent? I mean, what have you observed that you easily do and is your gift God has given you?
I think, to me, it's counseling or calming. I call it calming situations or comforting people. And I think that is an aspect of the counseling. And I think I realized it, as you say, support my talent. I realized this talent, I've been doing it, but I didn't know until I was on admission at Regional Hospital.
Okay.
Where I was on the same, the next to me was one woman. And the woman, though we were all on sick bed, told me there was a problem between the two daughters.
Okay.
And looking at her situation, she wanted me to come in. I didn't know the woman, she didn't know me.
You were lying by her.
Both
of you were sick.
We're all sick.
Could you imagine?
The woman said, I don't know. So the woman, I don't know why she said it. And quickly I said, maybe there's something in me. So I said, no problem. He said, the chiefs, a lot of elderly people have come in, but they are still not on good health. And I realized that if this one comes, the other person will leave. They were not talking. And
by
that
their
was
sick
the
mother?
problem. And the mother told me the problem has been there for 5 years. So she told me, I invited one of the ladies, I spoke to her, invited the other person, I spoke to her, and that was how the issue resolved. As to how I even... So
you don't know?
I don't know. The woman was so surprised. Hey,
even chiefs and big people
who are you? So she then asked, who are you? And I said, I'm a pastor's wife. They said, then there's something in you, ma'am. Please use it.
Wow.
So that's the time I realized I have that thing in me.
So even a stranger...
The woman,
yes,
said, because I thought that I always want to do it. When I always want to counsel, advise people, support, resolve issues. That was from beginning. When I was infant, I used to, but I didn't know I had that. I thought it was, the normal thing.
Okay.
So it's the woman that made me, and a lot of people too have testified, and I've realized, moving forward, I've seen that. I think that is my talent. So that is part of the support. she supported me by asking me to do that.
So, I mean, you have taken us to another level. You know, most people think talent is about singing, talking, dancing, but yours is counseling, and you do it so well. No wonder you're pastors. I think Pastor Abimesha saw very well. He was in the spirit. Wow. So you use that counseling aspect to support others.
Yes.
This is wonderful. So your husband supports your talent, or he doesn't really mind, does he?
He does. He does. Because, you know, doing certain things at times takes time. You'll be there and somebody will call. At times in the night, around when you even go home and you need to be with your husband, somebody will call. Oh, mommy, please, there's this situation that I want you to come.
Okay.
At times I have to leave home, come and go with maybe the person to resolve an issue or something. And, you know, doing this, you need his support. He might need you at home. At times you might even be cooking for him. But the situation might be so critical that you also need to.
Yes,
and at times you'll be on phone talking to people and a lot. At times you have to, maybe after close of work, instead of you to go home, you need to go and visit someone and resolve issues. And also you need, I've realized I need my husband's support.
Yes.
Without him, as I do, also have a group that's a young ladies, as I'm mentoring or educating young ladies. And, you know, doing this, it also takes time.
Yeah.
It takes time. You know, you need to at times read, research, and do a lot of things to talk to them. And that is the time that you also need to spend with him. So I think your talent, building your talent or developing your talent, you need the support of your spouse.
Really
it's very necessary.
Very, very necessary.
Very necessary. Because if you don't get it, you can't do it on your own. You need them.
Okay. So what if he wasn't a pastor and he was opposing the talent? What would you have done?
Oh, no. At times it's also an aspect of you don't get it that easy. You don't get it that, because coming out with your talent, you know, we have different talents, as you said. Might be in a way, even if it's opposite going out of the, maybe in your leisure time or at your workplace. You know, I also work with public service, so at that time, your break time, you can even use your break time. So I think nothing should stop your talent.
Nothing should stop your talent.
I
like that one.
I think that maybe the timing or maybe the style that you can change it in order not to have issues with your spouse or. But once that thing is in you, you know, you do it for inner satisfaction. If you don't do it, you will not even be happy. But at times I see some situations when people are having issues and other things. I can't stand it. I can't stand it because that woman, I realized it and I wasn't comfortable. But just that.
It's really surprising. Your mother's sick bed and you still at loggerheads with each other.
The woman was worried and others.
Maybe that is even the cause of her sickness.
That is it. Because after when I was able to resolve that, the woman was okay.
Couldn't imagine.
I went for a review. And I decided to pass there. The woman was okay. The day she was discharged, and she was so happy. I even lost her contact. I said no. For her, she wants me to come and visit. She wants to visit me. Like, she was so happy.
You see, it's really wonderful. That means that your talents can even heal. Because when people are troubled in their mind and their hearts, they are sick.
Good.
Wow.
Good.
And it's not a small thing as you think. It's a deeper thing. It's a whole ministry on its own.
That's it.
Wow. That is awesome. Well, you can see, we just started, but it's already awesome. And this is Mrs. Manhyia. You can call her Auntie Lizzie or Elizabeth for short. She's such a wonderful, charming woman. And she's a marriage counselor. You can tell. She solves issues, and it's from the Holy Spirit. I know she's a child of God and a woman of God. And same with you. How are you handling your talent and the support of your talent? Let's go back. But before then, thank you, Monique Fashion, for my detachable hands and beautiful things, and you know, my nose mask and everything. Thank you so much, Monique Fashions. And also Divinely Rhythmic, beautiful paper bags. Anyone who wants any paper bags can always contact Divinely Rhythmic, and we'll get you wonderful paper bags for any occasion, whether funerals, weddings, anything. Just contact us on 024 6050. Okay, let me mention the right thing. Okay, let me go again. 054. Okay, let's use that one. 054 2043519. So that we do your lovely paper bags for your weddings, any occasion. All right. So let's go back to Auntie Lizzie and learn more on how to support our talent or support others in the pursuit of their talents. Auntie Lizzie, so what about your husband? He's a pastor. Before you married, did you know he was going to be a pastor?
No, I didn't know. We got married before he had that call.
Okay.
But he was very active.
Was it a phone call or something?
No.
So
a call into the ministry.
So how did he tell you that he has a call?
No, before getting married, I wasn't surprised when he had because I saw that in him.
You saw it in him.
He was
so
very
you prepared yourself
for
for mommy. You already, had it in mind that it's likely.
Yeah, it's likely.
Okay.
I saw it that because of his actions, the way he was committed to the things of God, and I wasn't surprised at all when he was called to be a pastor.
Okay.
And we were also interested in like the things of God, so committed. So I saw it that once it's a call and that he has the ability, can do it. Why don't I also support? Because we are all Christians, and we also want to see the things of God. So
that was Fountain Gate Chapel pastor, Bechem.
Yes.
So you are the Bechem Asafumani.
Yes.
Wow. And I believe that you are making impact in Bechem. That's a suburb around Sunyani in the Bono Hafu. Okay, let's say the Bronga Hafu, formerly the Bono region.
Yes.
All right. So, Auntie, I'm asking this question because most women enter into marriage. They want to get married, but they don't really inquire about the vision of the husband, because we, the women, are supposed to be helpmates. We're supposed to help our men. So you are coming into a business, let's call marriage a business, and you don't even know what you are bargaining for. And you just enter and realize that, your pastor or your husband is going to be a pastor, and it's like a shock to you. So what do you tell the youth out there? How do they manage it? Because most of us have married and realized that we shouldn't have married this man after all, because he's just opposite, or he's not going where I want to go. So please, how do you help us with that?
With this supports my talent. I think knowing or not, each and every, as I said, each and everyone has a talent. And once you come together, it's your duty as a wife to support. You might know, and you might not also know, like my situation. Though he was committed, but I didn't know he'd be a pastor.
Okay.
But once he's called, you need to support. That is, so I always advise the youth or my young ladies that once you are married, you need to understand each other. You need to support your man, no matter where where his direction is, or whatever activity. What
if he's going nowhere?
Oh,
some men are aimless or they are slow, or they don't really know their vision for a few.
It's
not
also
more.
A support.
So you have to
meaning there's something in him, each and every one has, but he has not developed or he doesn't know. It's a way of also bringing it out. As a woman, I didn't even know I had that. So once you think he's aimless, or you might even think he's empty, no, there's something in him. That is why God brought you to his life. So what you need, you have in you. You help him to also build that talent or build whatever he's doing. You need to, marriage, as you said, is a work.
It's a whole occupation.
One of my bosses said it's an occupation on its own.
Yes.
When someone asks, you say, "Oh, what work are you doing?" You say, "Oh, I'm married." Because it's work on this. It's a whole work.
Full time.
It's a full time. So once you have accepted and you want to move with the man, you should also understand and be able to support. So whether you knew or not,
it's no excuse. Okay.
That one. So I don't think you need to know before you even enter. No, you need to know the man. It's important. But whether you know, because human, your man can even change. So what if he changes?
Yes.
So no matter the direction he takes, you should also tune in and be able to support.
Physically, spiritually, mentally, you should support your man.
That is it. Because your man that is saying, maybe there's something, but that you need to know. Maybe he's there because of what he has, and he doesn't even want to work again because of what he has been going through in his offices. Maybe there are so many things that he cannot even share with you because you are not ready to know. If you are ready to support, he will be open.
If you've written him off, then he also, men,
you also,
they will open. Yes, they will open up.
They will open up. That's how men are. If you are ready to support, they'll open up.
Yes, it's true.
But if you are, maybe you think they are like, we do ya kwajuro, do you be a, on so better than a baby. Baby. So I always say some of the ladies, our character even pushes our husbands to wrong hands. Because they need somebody who will support them no matter the situation, who will be there for them.
But that is why we came into their lives, to support them. And you realize that men who are supported by their wives go very far.
They go very far. And that is our work. That is why God brought us. You know, you sometimes ask yourself, why did I marry this man? You think it's an accident or coincidence or something. It's God's plan.
There's no coincidence with God.
No. It's God's plan. So you have to, what can I do to support this man? What can I do?
And even if
because I didn't know I would be a pastor's wife.
Yes.
But when he became a pastor, I have to ask her, what can I do to support him? We married when we were very young. I was only 23.
I remember.
And you got married. You even came for our wedding.
I came all the way. I remember.
For our wedding.
Yes.
But when he became a pastor, I was very young. I didn't even know what to say. But you need to learn. And
I believe that you've really matured. You've learned so well. I'm very proud of you. I remember those days. You've done so well. So God has given you that counseling to support the ministry. And
support. And I always also say that in trying to support, you know, ladies, you also have your role, your responsibility. It doesn't mean you should leave everything and trying to support you. You should know how to blend it.
That was the next question I was going to ask you. So I think you're in the spirit.
You have so many responsibilities that you need to blend it. You didn't know, my husband, I have to have time for him in such a way that you have to neglect everything and be with him. You manage it in a way that you have time for everything. In trying to support some ladies end up being their appointments being even terminated in their offices, being sacked and other things. It negatively affects their work. They might not be able to perform as expected because they might get to the office late, they might leave early and other things. So you should blend it in a way because you might even have you should have time for your husband, have time for your case, have time for your ministry, your other business, a lot. You need to blend all these things. So
women are magicians, seriously. And that's what you're saying. We really have to have time for everything. And not neglect the talent which God has given us. Because, I mean, we are all going to give accounts of our talents.
Sure.
So as you support your husband's own, your own will come out. Just like yours. It's coming out through counseling and, you know, and advising the youth and bringing out the good in people to support, to complement your husband's own. So as you seek your spouse's talents and developments, yours also come up and it goes
indirectly. You are developing yours.
Wow. So we shouldn't neglect our talent, nevertheless.
Not at all. I always say, helping others, you should also develop yours. We all have unique skills. That's, you know, as we started, this talent, each and every one has its own talent. You need to support others. And you also need to build on yours. Because build and others will also support you. So in trying to help others, you shouldn't neglect yours.
But when you don't have anything, how do you even support others? So you have to build yourself up and you're going.
That is it.
That comes to my next question. Some men say that when they empower their wives, they get a little too bossy. Is that really true? Or is it just a perception?
I think it's a perception. I always say this. You should even be happy when you see your wives moving up or higher and higher. When normally in our society, when women move higher or go higher, they normally praise their husband. Oh, this husband has really done well. The lady wasn't like this.
We are looking, your husband has done well. But don't say you have done well.
That is it. When people see you, hey, who can I do? So I think the husband should even be happy.
Yes.
Supporting their wives. Because I always say when we got married, I know I started as an accountant with NHI, I was having only HND. I attended poly and other things. But we married, I have to do my degree,
and
went for education.
He allowed you
He allowed me. He even says, Lizzie, you need to develop.
Wow.
You need to.
That's a wonderful husband.
Yes. He always tells me you need to. In fact, education, once you are, you know, to learn. Why do you sit home? So you should further your education. You always say further your education. So I have to do my degree. When I came, I said no. Looking at the way NHI being an accountant is hard. You need so much time. It takes my time to myself. if I get a chance, maybe I'll enter into education or I'll divert. So he said, so I told him I want to have an education program at UCK. You know, they have these education programs. So I went for this sandwich diploma in education for 2 years.
Wow.
And he was there later
you
on. I
still
said,
being a married woman,
yes,
still looking after your children.
Yes.
Wow.
Later on, I said I want to do my master's. UCC sandwich. He allowed.
So now you have your masters from HND.
Yes.
During the marriage.
My masters, and I'm now with ICA very soon. God's willing, our charter. So like, he has been very supportive.
I'm so proud of him.
And he's so happy, like hearing that you are furthering your education, you have this qualification and other things. So I think men should rather be happy seeing your wives moving higher and higher, and you should be proud of it. So I think it's a perception that but things have changed.
See, the truth is that what is in you is in you. When you grow bigger, it also enlarges. If you are proud, poor people are even very proud. More proud, or should I say prouder than even the rich. So if you're already proud, I mean, when you become a big woman, you'll be proud. But with you, with your masters and everything, you are so simple and humble.
I think that even makes you humble because you learn a lot.
And if you know God,
encounter with a lot of people. So developing yourself spiritually and physically humbles you. Because as higher as you go, you see that a lot of people have more than you, but they are still humble. I always look at Mama Rosemont and Mrs. Ancheba.
Reverend Mrs.
Last Sunday I was in Accra and they are so humble. So when you look at them, look at their level now, and they are so humble when you get close to them.
And you know that very rich, prosperous, educated women are very humble.
Very humble.
But it's those who are half and half, honeymoon, they are the ones who have made it look as if when a woman gets high, becomes proud. But it is not so.
I don't see it that way. I don't see it that way because I've known a lot of big ladies or big men that they are so humble no matter their level.
Husbands.
They are very responsible wives.
I know a woman who is a pharmacist, big pharmacist, but when you go to the house, she's cleaning. She doesn't even have a house help. Everything. And she really respects the husband. So it doesn't really mean that as a woman, when you go to school or you get big or empowered, or you develop your talent.
Respect your husband.
No. But we want to also sound out that women, please, let's help each other. Let's not the men say it anymore. Because it's not all the women who, when they get educated or big, who are disrespectful or proud. No. So I'm pleading with my fellow women. As much as we are trying to tell you, develop your talents and become who God has purposed you. Because God is going to ask of you. Nevertheless, if you are married, your husband is the head of the family. There is no argument.
No, that one.
So you still, after all the big womanship, when you come home, you have to submit
no
and
matter
do what
your
you have
level.
To. No matter your level.
Still play your marital responsibilities or roles. There are certain things that nobody can do for you as a wife. I always say, though we are busy, but cooking for your husband, washing your husband underwear and other things, certain of these things, you should be able to, no matter how busy you are. That's why I said manage your time very well.
That's it.
You need to get time to talk with your husband. You need to get time to cook for your husband as a wife. But
with that cooking, let me just chip in. It's not necessarily you cooking for your husband every time, but make quality time for your husband, because the higher you are, maybe, and some husbands can even cook better than us. So they can also really support.
Yes. But I'm saying that because the way at times we leave it, those who have a house helps, they leave everything, including cook everything.
That is wrong.
That is it.
Including laying of bed in your bedroom for your husband. That one day, I think, is a no-go area.
And some people, some ladies too, because of our time, because of our activities, because we are busy following our talents and other things, even some to the extent of, even sex. Let me say this.
Oh, feel free. It's an adult program. Feel free.
Sex, they even deny their husband because they are busy. I've been doing this. I went here. I did this. My work is so involved. This and other things. When I was in the my daughter Michelle, she was young. Anytime I come home late, I say, "Mommy, why? Are the auditors in?" She knows that when I come home late, it means the auditors are with me. No, when we are busy at times, I can come home when auditors are around, can even get to around 10 and other things. Very good. But
you have to plan
when
it.
your husband needs you, you can't say, oh, because I've been tired the whole day.
Well, let's speak the truth. The truth is that when you even are very tired and you have sex, you become relaxed. It's a therapy, you know that.
That's the problem. In fact, I'm receiving a lot of calls these days on this. Most men have been complaining to me. Some will call, because of that. Some even say their wife are not even giving them child for 3 good months.
You're joking.
3 months, just because the wife always complains, I'm busy, I'm tired. You know what?
3 months.
3 good months. So I was advising.
I think you're joking. I mean, let's hold on.
I'm serious. I was advising this man. This man was saying, jokingly said one day, I say, oh no, this is not good. You know, you are married, you are Christian. Say, hey, mommy, it's not easy.
On this note, let us just advise the young ladies. As much as we want them to develop their talents and become great people, they don't have to neglect the home. Because their talent is supposed to go side by side with their husband's own onto greatness, because the two are one. So I think we have to make time and talk about this more and more to the youth out there.
Yes.
You have to support your husband's talent. Your husband has to support your talent, and the two of you go on to greatness. So if your time is being occupied by the development of your talent and your pursuit of excellence and success to the neglect of your husband and even your children, that one is a no-go area. No-go area. Okay. So with this, we need support from parents too. And because if you are too busy, your mother or somebody who is free can come and help you. And that's also a support.
Yes.
So let's look at the support of parents too in this case. How do you bring your parents in? Because some feel that their parents are witches, this and that, which I totally don't agree. Because if they were witches, they would have chilled you, I'm sure, when you were very yummy and smooth. Oh. So how do we bring the support for the talents concerning parents and house helps and cousins and other people around us?
That's very good. Last Sunday, that was Higher Ladies Week.
The conference.
Yes, when during teaching I said it, that some of us, we have got into a level that we can support our family, bring them close to us, bring our parents so that we can really help them.
But Reverend even preached on that the last day of the Love Revolution, that we should bring our family in.
Close to us. But some of us, I say, because of we think say and that is the problem. We need them. They need us. You also need them. As not just we are supporting them, we also need them to support our talents.
We really need them.
Because we see this household chores and other things. At times you need the assistance. Truly, you might get home tired and other things. Cleaning and other things, washing, at least assisting in bringing out the kids. And some women, those who have their mothers around or those who have mothers are alive, some are very strong who can be supportive. We should stop calling them witches. We should stop neglecting them. I was telling one lady today, I'm with my parents. I said, hey, you are lucky. I wish my parents were alive.
You to the same.
I always say this. When I hear I'm with my parents, I become so happy. I wish I also had that opportunity. I used to get so close to my mom. I'm the last born. So I used to get so close when she was alive.
So if she were to be alive, she would be a support. But we can also get people we don't even know and turn them into our mothers and help them.
Train them well.
And love them.
And love them. We should also allow them to our lives and other things. Make them, they should be part of us. Then they can also support us. When you're doing that, they are supporting you, are also supporting them. And it's a way that's it.
Well, it has been awesome. Our time is almost up and we have so much to, but I promise you we are going to continue because it has been so exciting. And this woman, as you can see, is really a great woman of God, a great life coach, marriage counselor, and everything you can think of. We are not yet done yet. We have a few minutes to go. But before then, I want to say that we are proudly sponsored by Divinely Rhythmic. You can see this citation. I actually wrote it for Professor Atukwe Okine. It's a wonderful citation. And we write great citations for award ceremonies, for anniversaries, birthdays, to honor somebody special in your life, to appreciate a pastor or somebody who has done so much in you. Please contact Divinely Rhythmic. I am a writer, you know that. And we write touching citations. We don't write with our hands. No. We write with our hearts. So contact us on 054 080-2043-519 for the best citations ever in your life. And also don't forget that we make the best paper bags in the whole world for any occasion. All right. So this has been the Pillars Golden Moment, a moment of so much action and fun. And we learn wisdom, knowledge, understanding, and everything we need to be able to develop our talent. So when we arrive in heaven before the King, we shall say that indeed we have emptied ourselves of every gold God put in us and have affected our world because we developed our talent. That is the essence of the Pillars Golden Moment. And today, we are almost rounding up with Mrs. Elizabeth Appiah Manhyia. We've learned so much. Support your talent. Who is supporting your talent? Is it your mother, your father, your friends? We'll talk about the friends sometime because our time is up. But today we have focused so much on your spouse. How a wife who is supposed to be a helper will support the husband. And the husband will also push the wife into greatness. So that when we get to heaven, we shall all have crowns of gold. With our final words from Mrs. Appiah Manhyia, we'll almost be off. Mrs. or Auntie Elizabeth, what are your final words on this topic? And let's see how it goes. But I promise you, I think you have to come back any moment from now, anytime soon, to probably talk more about the counseling section and marriage issues. Because when our marriages are not well and things are happening to them, it affects our development of our talents. You agree with that? Yes. Okay. So your final words before we go?
My final words, I think, to parents. You know, we have been talking about talent. You need to study our case. No two people are the same. They are all unique. So we should stop comparing. Can't you see this person is like this? Why can't you be like this? No. We should know that they are all different. My sister wasn't so much interested. She was interested in this plaiting hair and other things.
Wow.
No, that was her talent.
That was her talent.
Even in JHS or primary school, she could plait hair so well.
For real?
She completed this in the secondary school, all right. She couldn't even get her. My mother wanted her to race. She said no. She went for just 1 month or so. And she came, had her kiosk and that in salon, and now she's doing so well. Does her house.
I bet she's doing richer than you.
That is it. So parents shouldn't push them like this. Oh, change. Now we are becoming a mawo. At times you should allow them, just study them. No, be a war. Said they are missing born or say or may. We a doctor, changing chin or a doctor. We a pharmacy, where you wait as you say, china was obey a lawyer. Your mom, me, mamma, no pessimistic Sunday, but was one day hairdressing and pay. After secondary school, won't come baby on fed that day on the tunnel. Why, she's okay. What taking care of the kids, was in fear, and she's okay. So talents are different. So who say baby as we say who bet me a man up on school never all right, because I know if you all degree holders and other things still are more pursue more so we shouldn't say I'm a person here, because at times some even end up destroyed and some they don't even want to pursue anything because that is what they want. That is the talent. Study them and give them a breathing space. And to the wives too, though we are all busy these days, as she said, I'm an accountant, businesswoman, counselor, I have a group, a student, I do a whole lot. And I make sure that it doesn't affect my family or my marriage responsibilities in any way. You have to manage it so well. Manage it in a way that you can bring up your child, you also develop their talents, also help your spouse to develop their talents, help friends, relatives, and other things. There are so many people around, your workplace and other things. So you should manage your time that you get time for all these things. Because these days, you say, you see a lot of complaints about wives, especially any Christopher May. And you know, maybe I'm going to say, I worry, I am a wedding, no matter what I do, going to me come baby. Bringing our talents, you also be able to support others.
Wow, wow, this is awesome. And when you develop your wife, you are invariably developing your own children, because a powerful mother gives birth or looks after or grooms powerful children onto greatness. Thank you so much for the Pillars Golden Moment. And before then, the last question, the golden question. I hope you're ready. Okay. If you have the chance to go abroad and study to become a professional chartered accountant with professional international certificates, and your husband says no, will you accept it? And if you not accept it, how will you go about it in pursuit of your talents?
Oh, for that, it is likely that husband will oppose that, because your presence in the house means a lot to them. That is what you should accept. When they, at times, they say it's not because they want to shut our dreams or they want to prevent us from pursuing our dreams. But our presence, we should always remember that in our absence, a lot of things go wrong. And they are not like us. We are able to manage the house too well. So at times we say, now they all they make us also go. We are not the same. What we are capable of doing, men are not able to. So we should always have it in mind that it's not always that they don't want us to perceive our dreams, or they don't want to go high. But at times you should also understand. So when you try and explain certain things to them, then they will understand you.
So it's all about
as you said, then obeying Rebecca say me shutting me dream and I'm making talent. But at times, said the problems while in your absence, So it's all about how I be managing things and trying to let them understand us.
Wow. Thank you so much, Rosa. God bless you so much. So I know you're already a pillar. So this is for you. Continue to be a pillar. I know you're in my line, you're my sister. So continue to hold those young ladies and be a pillar to them, for them to rest on, as you are doing already. And together we shall do great things in the life of many people. And also, this is a little gift for you from the Pillars Golden Moment. God bless you so much. We're really glad you came. Thank you so much. You really talked on the topic, support the talent. And we believe that you shall be back. On this note, we want to say thank you so much.
Thank you so much for the invitation. I'm so honored.
Well, Mrs. Elizabeth Manhyia has said it all. We shall definitely bring her back. It has been the Pillars Golden Moment, a moment that we always learn onto greatness. Remember, you have gold within you. Bring it out. Seek the right support, and you shall be a great person before kings, queens, and non-mere men. Until we meet again, it has been the public teacher, Ranti, saying, I love you. Bye.